Great morning, guys. We got 2 minutes before we hit the bottom of the hour, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, Saturday morning. This is our Saturday morning reading. Hey, and I'm off first to introduce the first chapter of our new book. And, you know, the more I think about it, Fernando Ramirez, this was an excellent selection by Mr. Eric Wilner to follow up with what we've just finished, Get Excited or Stay Broke Forever. This book is going to help us understand why it's so important that we get excited and we put a plan in place. This is incredible. If you haven't gotten this book yet, ladies and gentlemen, please do. I'm on fire. This one is, this is it right here. Answers all the questions, lays out the plan, and it's real. It talks about the 12-week year. Get more done in 12 weeks than others do in 12 months. And it is possible. It's in you. What level of commitment are you willing to make? I'm excited, guys, and I hope you are too. So once again, we've got 1 minute left. Send out those last minute texts, make those last minute phone calls. Let's get as many people engaged in this process as possible. This is a reading club. These are life skills here. It goes beyond MWR. This is something that we can implement and put in place and effectively use to move our lives forward in every area of our life. I can't get enough of this. But chapter 1 is going to be explosive. I hope that you all have the book. And if you do not have the book, please listen intently and take some notes. We're going to engage in conversation and get some feedback as we go through. We are now at the bottom of the hour, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, Saturday morning. Once again, we're going to start our reading. The book is The 12-Week Year. Guys, let's get ready. Fernando, I'll give it another minute so we can get some other folks on. I know we've got people straggling in, and they will be coming within the hour, but we're not going to wait and punish those who have shown up early. Let's go ahead and get this thing done. Let's give it one more minute. It is now 9:30. We'll go at 9:31. So, guys, once again, welcome to the platform. This is our Saturday morning reading. And Fernando, again, I thought about this morning. We've been doing this for more than 3 years now, every Saturday morning. Can you believe that?
Time flies, Dr. G.W. Parker. Happy Saturday, everyone. Oh yeah, and it's fun to know that we can come together and just kind of wrap up the entire weekend with productivity. That's the objective of starting a new week. Sunday we wrap up as a company and as a family here. But I'm thrilled. I'm ready to take some notes. My book hasn't arrived yet, so as soon as it does, I'll catch up. Thanks, Dr. G.W. Parker.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Well, yeah, take some notes on this one, buddy, because you're going to want to go back to it as soon as that book arrives. Barry Fleet, Louisiana, welcome to the platform. Guys, Monifa, Queens, New York, welcome to the platform. Ron Samuels joined the platform as well. My good friend Robert Clay out of the Atlanta area, welcome to the platform this morning. Ms. Emily Shaw. Guys, we see so many people here. We thank you for your support. But this is for all of us. We pour into each other. We've got a chance to have a very intense discussion today as it relates to the new book. So let's get started. It is called The 12-Week Year. Now, my attempt this morning is to get through chapter 1, and we'll have another reader for next week. So chapter 1, the title, the challenge. All right, here we go. How is it that some people seem to accomplish so much while the vast majority of people never accomplish what they are capable of? Whew, hold it right there. This guy's good, man. I'm telling you. Look at this. He said, if you could fully tap your potential, what might be different for you? Let's give thought to that. How would your life change if each and every day you performed up to your full potential? Oh, he's stepping on toes early. What would be different 6 months, 3 years, 5 years down the road if each day you were at your best? Guys, think about that. All right. That set of questions, that core concept is what the past dozen years or so have been about for Mike and me. These are the authors here. For years, we have been helping our clients to execute more effectively. We work with individuals, teams, and corporations to make plans to help them achieve their goals. Our quest has been to unlock the secret to helping individuals and organizations perform at their best and live the life they are truly capable of. You stop right there as far as I'm concerned. But that's the goal, right? How do we do it? How do we tap in? I think these guys have figured it out. He quotes Thomas Edison here, and Thomas Edison says, if you did the things you were capable of doing, you would literally astound yourself. A pastor told me once, some years ago, he said, if you really knew the potential you possess, the God-given gifts that you have, it would blow your mind. And I totally agree. We are genius-like, made and created in his image. I mean, we've got the ability to do some very powerful things. We've just got to begin to believe that and act on those things. Let's keep reading. He says, I agree with Stephen Pressfield, author of The War of Art, that most of us have two lives, the lives we live and the lives we are capable of living. Underline that. Now, that's a quote right there. Think about it. I want to read that again. He says that most of us have two lives, the lives we live and the lives we are capable of living. That's the latter that intrigues me, he says. It's the life, we keep reading, we go on to page 2. The life that I believe that we all deeply desire. And I sincerely believe that too. Everybody wants better. They want the most out of this life, right? It's the life that you know exists somewhere deep inside of us that we wish we could actualize. I mean, think about that. This life isn't driven by the you who settles or gives in to procrastination and doubt, but by the optimal you, the best you, the confident you, the healthy you. That's who we're talking to. The you who shows up with your best stuff, making things happen, making a difference, living a life of significance. Think about it. Being your optimal self sounds great, doesn't it? Yes, it does. But how do you become the other you? That is the key right there, guys. How do we do it? Now, what does it take to be your best? It's an interesting question. Yes, it is. And as I've had the opportunity to travel and meet thousands of people, I often ask them, what does it take to be your best, to be great? As you might imagine, I get a lot of different answers. In this book, we will show you how to increase your current results by 4 times or more. That's why I'm digging into this one. All right. In a very short period of time, you will learn exactly what it takes to perform at your best every day. We will unwrap the secret of top performance in a way that allows you to align your thinking and your actions to produce staggering results. I want those staggering results. You are about to learn that creating greatness in your life or in your organization isn't complicated. In fact, it's quite uncomplicated, but that doesn't mean that it's easy. That's the caveat right there. All right, here we go. The number one factor holding people back from achieving what they are truly capable of is not lack of knowledge, intelligence, or information. It is not a new strategy or idea. It's a larger network of connected. It's not a larger network of connected people. It's not hard work, natural talent, or luck. Now, of course, all of those things help. They all play a factor, but they are not the factors that make the difference. Woo, that was powerful. All right. You've no doubt heard the saying, knowledge is power. He says, I disagree. Knowledge is only powerful if you use it. Say it again. If you act on it. People spend lifetime acquiring knowledge, but to what purpose? I mean, think about it. Knowledge alone benefits no one unless the person acquiring it does something with it. And great ideas are worthless unless they are implemented. Say it again, man. Great ideas are worthless unless they are implemented. We've got to act on these things. We talked about that in our first reading. We've got to really be serious about what we want to do and move forward with it. This guy's going to give us a plan to do that. The marketplace only rewards those ideas that get implemented. You think about that. You sit on the sideline with the idea in your head and never do anything with it. How is it going to ever work? All right. You can be smart and have access to lots of information and great ideas. You can be well connected, work hard, and have lots of natural talent. But in the end, you have to execute. Execution is the single greatest market differentiator. All right. Great companies and successful individuals execute better than their competition. The barrier standing between you and the life you are capable of living is a lack of consistent execution. Effective execution will set you free. Barry, I want to say that again. Effective execution will set you free. It is the path to accomplish the things you desire. We'll keep reading here, page 3. Think about the areas in your life where you're falling short, accomplish less than you desire, or less than you feel you're capable of. In each of those scenarios, if you look critically, the breakdown is most often in the execution. Take, for instance, a new idea that someone else has used to create success. How often does the idea fail when a different person tries it? One of our clients, a large insurance company with more than 2,000 agents, within the company, there is one agent who is the top producer year in and year out, as you might expect. Over the years, other agents have asked him if he would share his approach with them. Without hesitation, the top producer would take time out from his busy schedule to walk them through exactly what he did to create his success. Do you know how many people replicated his success? You guessed it, 0. Sound familiar? All right. He now refuses to share his secrets because no one follows through with what he teaches them. 65% of Americans are overweight or obese. Do you think there is some secret to losing weight and getting fit? The diet and fitness industry is a $60 billion industry. Each year, new books are published on diet and exercise. When I searched diet books on the internet, my search came back with 45,915 results, almost 46,000 books, some with familiar titles like The Atkins Diet, The South Beach Diet, some with less similar familiar titles like Run Fat Bitch Run. Yet Americans continue to be overweight and out of shape. Most people know how to get back in shape, eat better, exercise more. They just don't do it. It's not a knowledge problem, it's an execution problem. Woo, guys, let's hold it right there for a minute because I've only got another page and a half to do. But let's talk about this. This book is Eric Wilner. Thank you so much, my friend. I never read this one. I'd heard of it, but never read it. But I got it now, and I'm hooked on it. These guys are laying out a plan. Go ahead, Eric.
Good morning, Dr. Parker. And yeah, this is an exciting book, and it wasn't an accident that it follows your book. You know, in fact, I even as I'm working on this, I'm going through this book now for the second time, and I'm very excited that we're doing this together because, you know, as a mastermind, I'm sure people are going to point out or see things that I didn't see. As you know, when you read a book the second time, you see other things. But I have your book next to this book, and I'm taking what we did in your book. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I'm taking these two things and then making the best thing for me. So the important thing is to take this, and you know, and he started right out of the gate. The first sentence. Read the first sentence again. Read the first sentence because he came out swinging.
Yes, he did. The first sentence, Eric, of chapter
Yep.
1. He said, how is it that some people seem to accomplish so much while the vast majority of people never accomplish what they are capable of?
Don't we all ask that same question, right? It's like,
Yes.
that guy is not smarter than me, but he's doing so much better than me. And having coached people for a while, one of the things that I've always noticed is that, when you coach people, you teach them something, they absorb it, they learn it, right? And you know what the first reaction that I usually get is, that was great, Eric. What else can you teach me? And I go, no, no, now take this and execute. Because as he says, in the third or fourth sentence, the problem is an execution problem, not a knowledge problem. Nobody needs to learn one more thing. Everybody here, in this group here, doesn't need to learn one more thing to go out and execute a successful business, but they got to execute. So, like I said, I'm very excited. I'm glad that, you guys accepted the suggestion, because I think it is the perfect follow-up. You got them excited. Now let's get to work.
I love it, sir. You're absolutely right. And I have to agree with you. I think it truly is the perfect follow-up. But guys, the more I get into this, the more excited I get. This guy is strong as thunder. As Eric said, he smacked you in the mouth day one, right out the gate. And here we are. Any other comments based on what we've read so far?
Yeah, I got one. It's a follow-up on what y'all just talked about. And it's a little story about a preacher. He preached the same sermon about 5 times. And the deacons brought him aside and said, look, do you realize you've said the same sermon for the last 5 weeks? And he says, yeah, I'm just waiting for y'all to put it into play.
Hey, Ron, isn't that the issue always, right? Eric talked about it. Execution. It's not knowledge. I mean, again, and we talked about it in our previous reading. We get excited and stay broke forever. We've got to implement these things. The success is in the application. All right. And we can read, we can be taught, but if we don't execute, I mean, put forth the effort to make these things happen, then it'll never work.
Yep.
Anybody else?
You got to get it.
I agree with you, sir. Anyone else would like to
Dr.
chime in?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I like the part that really hit the nail in the head is the marketplace rewards those who execute. I guess that's what I took on my notes. Maybe I didn't hear it the way you read it, but that's what it meant to me. And that's why we have to do a lot of execution and make a lot of errors fast to be able to learn from that experience and transition to the other side. And a lot of us are held back, and it's separate. A lot of us are separated from those that really execute something long enough until they make it work. So I think, I guess having a fall and getting right back up is the defining moment of how long am I going to stay here down on my pain, instead of overcoming the pain as fast as possible and move forward to the other side. So the marketplace rewards those who execute. I mean, a great idea can be a great idea, but if it's not executed with full force, you're not going to move forward. It's only going to be a great idea.
You're absolutely right, Fernando. It is only going to be a great idea, and the marketplace will reward those who move forward with execution to make these things happen, guys. We're on to something here, and I'm really enjoying this. There she is, ladies and gentlemen, out of Queens, New York, Miss Monifa Bartley. Welcome to the platform.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Parker, for the read today. Like you said, he came out swinging. A year left you high, but 12 weeks expose who you are, right? So I just said, like, this is going to really step on some toes, and I'm excited. I mentioned this book to a former partner, and she was on the leadership team with you guys, and I told her to let you guys. So it was just like inevitable that Eric brought it up, and now we're here. So I'm excited to get down and dirty and paradigm shift this mind a little bit more, as I do that daily, and fund my mental.
I'm loving it, ma'am. You're absolutely right. And again, thank you and Eric both for the recommendation, guys. This one is hot right here. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. Monifa, We started at the bottom. Now we're here.
I love it.
Mr. Jameson, welcome to the platform, sir.
Let's see if my picture shows up. This is definitely hitting me right in the teeth. It was perfect. It's what I needed. It's a great follow-up to your book, Dr. Parker, because I even bought the workbook that goes with it so that I can do this, because this is exactly what I need. Because they're just describing me. I'm listening to this like going, oh, ow, ooh, ouch. Because I can learn everything I can learn, but if I don't do anything with it, who cares? It's might as well. It's like empty air, because if you don't actually take it, and it's so many different areas of your life that you can put this into your business, into your personal life, into your execution, into your dreams. And I had the opportunity to listen to the book once through, and I was very uncomfortable the whole time. It's like ow, ow, ow. And I'm really excited about getting this done. And then Mr. Williams saying, comparing the two and actually bringing the best gold nuggets out of it. And I'm probably gonna have to go over this over and over and over again just to really do it. And it's great that we're doing it in a group, because it talks about a wham or something like that. I forget what it's called, but it's how do you review with each other. But you'll see it later on. Thank you very much.
No, thank you, sir. And you're absolutely right, Jameson. I think the takeaway for all of us is that this guy's smacking us right in the face, because it's talking about, I mean, those who really want it, and why don't we have it already? What are we not doing? And it talks about the execution. We've got to put the plan in play, and we've got to take the first step to make these things happen. Will there be anybody else before we move forward? We're on page 4. I'm sorry. Page 4, top of page 4. We're going to continue our reading. Anyone else would like to jump in with a comment before we move forward? This is good stuff.
I would like to say something else. I have a pastor that I used to go to church with. She's now in her own church now, right? And we were talking about something the other morning about goals and how you put up your little goal list for the year, the vision board. And she said, she does a daily goal, a weekly goal, a monthly goal, and a yearly goal. And she said, a lot of people do this and then wait till the end of the year at the 11th month to start doing something. When you made it is when you're supposed to start working towards it to achieve it. So that was just the thought that came to my head. I know this book is going to be so profound. I just can't wait to hear more.
Absolutely, no question about it, guys. You're right. I mean, once you put the plan on paper, we got to begin to work the plan. I mean, just can't look at it and say and hope it's going to happen by itself, because it isn't. It's going to take our efforts to make it work. So I'm all in. I really am. I'm excited about this one. Let's keep reading. Page 4. Once again, our experience has shown that most people have the capacity to double or triple their income just by consistently applying what they already know. I want to read that again. Our experience has shown that most people have the capacity to double or triple their income just by consistently applying what they already know. Despite this, people continue to chase new ideas, thinking that the next idea is the one that will magically make it all better. It ain't happening. Here's an example. Ann Loftman is a great example of the benefits of executing the right idea. Ann is a financial advisor with Mass Mutual in Houston. Ann had always done well and by any measure was successful. Yet she felt like she was capable of more, but was not quite sure how to get there. When her managing partner introduced the 12-week year to the agency, Ann got involved. In the end, Ann experienced a 400% increase in production and became the first female associate of the year in the 103-year history of Mass Mutual Houston. What is interesting about this is that Ann didn't start to work with more affluent clients, write bigger cases, or expand her target market. All things that all things that most advisors would pursue to increase their production. Instead, Ann focused on improving her execution by doing what she had already been doing, just doing it more steadily. By consistently executing the critical few tasks and strategies that most supported her success. Wow. She was able to create a huge increase, and all of this without working longer hours. Ann's situation is not unique. We have thousands of examples where individuals and entire organizations have experienced amazing results by simply learning to execute. And here's a quote here: "It is not what you know, it is not even who you know, it is what you implement that counts." Woo! Say it again. We go on to page 5. In the 12-week year, we will show you how to perform at your best and achieve the things in life that matter most to you through effective execution. Most of the stuff that we'll discuss, you already know. But as I mentioned earlier, there is a big difference between knowing and doing. There's a big difference. We will teach you how to consistently take action on the things that will shape your success. The concept in this book have been developed and proven in the field through our ongoing execution work with clients. We've included only what works and have eliminated the rest. The final product is a concise but powerful book that delivers. While we do hope the book is thought-provoking, it's more important to us that it inspires you to action. Woo! I want to read that one again. It says they hope that the book is thought-provoking, which it is already, but the goal for them is to inspire you to action. They want to get you moving on these things. All right, we have written the 12-week year to close the execution gap. It is written in a way that allows you to understand the fundamental concepts of execution and actually apply them right away, not tomorrow, right now. The book is split in 2 parts. Part 1 helps you understand the process to achieve your most valuable goals in only weeks. Part 2 is all about making your goals happen. It gives you the specific tools and tips needed to support the ideas in part 1 of the book. Our 12-week execution system is both flexible and scalable. The concept apply equally well for individuals as well as groups, both personally and professionally. We have an entire organization as well as individuals apply the 12-week year with great success. While the book is concise, the concept it contains are powerful. It is possible for you to dramatically improve your results by applying them. We know this to be true because of the thousands of responses from readers of our first edition. In this book, we will show you how to substantially increase your current results, lower your stress, build your confidence, and we finish up with this, and feel better about yourself, not by working harder, but by focusing on activities that matter most, maintaining a sense of urgency to get those things done, and shedding the low value activity that keeps you stuck. Get ready. You are about to experience the 12-week year. Woo! Strong as thunder. That concludes chapter 1, but man, I like that. He says here, we're going to be shedding the low value activity that keeps you stuck. Those things that you spend time doing that really don't produce anything, right? What a waste. And we can continue to do that. But the fear of letting those things go is that there are other people maybe associated with you doing those things that are going to feel a certain kind of way. But at what point do you get serious about what you want to do and what you want to achieve? Now is the time. I say yes. All right. Any other comments, guys? This was strong here to me. I'm loving this. This guy lays the plan out, and we're going to execute. We're going to make these things happen. I, for one, am all in. Anybody else?
I'm all in on that too.
Sorry about that.
Go ahead, sir.
I think Leticia or Ron had their microphone open.
I just said I'm all in on that too, because years and years of knowledge without implementation doesn't get you anywhere at all.
Mm. Say that again, sir. You're absolutely right. Anyone else? Guys,
Yes.
I mean, you think of, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go right
But
ahead.
I'm saying,
That's
I was
fine,
going to
ladies
say
first.
this real quick, Fernando. You think about when he talks about the execution, right? All they're saying is just put the plan in motion, take the first step, do something, right? I mean, the idea of the plan itself is great. Laying it out on paper is even better. But if you don't move on it and begin to execute it, to put the plan in play, then what do you got? We're just blowing smoke.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's why when you wrapped up the low value activities, I think, and then you also mentioned something, what would it take, right, for us to be able to, get out of the comfort zone? I think most people don't realize that there's two ways in how we get motivated, and unfortunately, there's one good one and one bad one. Inspiration and desperation.
Mm.
Inspiration, it's you're inspired to move and break barriers and do the impossible. But desperation is when, like, you got something that is really affecting your stomach, you don't want to go see the doctor, or your business is stuck in the middle of nowhere. All right, but then bills are piling up, right? Now you're not inspired anymore, you're desperate, you want things to work. So we gotta transition from desperation to inspiration and find something that really sparks up that activity, and stop creating those low value activities that don't really produce the results that you want to attract. So
You,
inspiration is always a must, and we have to realign ourselves with inspiration so we don't get to the point of desperation.
you know what? Just to piggyback off what you said, we're talking about low, those activities that really don't produce anything, right? So we find ourselves. I mean, I meet people all the time and say, "How you doing, man?" I'm busy. Busy doing what? I mean, activity. I mean, you can be busy and not productive, honestly. And then your whole day can be filled with these little activities that keep you busy. But at the end of the day, what are the results? Have you hit the goal? Have you moved yourself forward? I don't want to just be busy and busy doing nothing. I want to be accomplishing something. I want to produce something. I want to see the results of that activity at the end of the day. Guys, I'm telling you, and this is just me personally, right? I'm on a whole new level mentally. And my posture is incredible. I mean, it's so strong that I'm running some people away, but that's all right too. They are not ready. And I can't wait for people to get ready. Yolanda, hang on 1 minute. I want to finish this real quick. Part 1, it says, this ends chapter 1, things you think you know. He says, part 1 will provide fresh insight regarding what it takes to be great and challenge what you think you know about what it takes to perform at your best and achieve your potential. Then he quotes John Wooden here, the famous UCLA basketball coach. John Wooden says, it's what you learn after you know it all that counts. Guys, this guy he's a beast, Eric. I'm loving it. Yolanda, please go ahead.
Yes, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Dr. Parker. Great read. So I just wanted to piggyback on what you said. A lot of times, I know I used to find myself just being busy, but really not being productive and moving my business forward. And that's something that we all have to learn to stop doing. One of the other things that you read in the book was, it's not what you know, it's not who you know, but it's what you implement. And it's so funny because we are blessed to be in proximity with some great leaders like you and Mr. Fernandez and his wife, and all the great leaders in the company. But you have this proximity, which is great for some people who've never had it. But all the knowledge that you guys are and the mentoring that you're pouring into us, like, what are we doing with it? If we don't implement what you guys are teaching us, then we're not going to be in a better place tomorrow, next month, or next year. So implementation and actively doing is the key. Execution is the key.
I love it. You're absolutely right. Yolanda, here's a comparison to me. I meet many people that go to church all the time, right? And people that, it's just human nature. You want to be a part of something bigger than yourself. But so the guy asked me, why do I continue to come? I want to get something out of this. I want to be able to learn to apply these principles that are being preached and taught in my life. See, I want to see the promise. What was the promise? That he's come that we might have life and have it more abundantly. That's every aspect of my life, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally. financially, all of those things. I want to see the manifestation of that promises in my life today, not tomorrow. So that's why I continue. I'm coming to get something out of this. I want to leave better than I came. You see what I'm saying? So the application, once again, it fits every part of our lives. Everything we're trying to achieve, everything that we're trying to do. If you want a closer walk with God, you better start executing some things. If you want to grow your business, you better start executing. If you want a better relationship, you better start executing, meaning you got to put these principles in place. And if you don't, you're never going to get it done. And so what sort of life is that? That's misery. And who wants to do that? Me, I'm going out swinging every single day. I'm giving this thing all I got. This thing called life can be a cakewalk if we do the things that we're capable of doing. He talked about something as far as, let me go back to this real quick, because this guy's got me excited, man. He talked about, there was a section in the book, he talked about what your life would look like if you could really perform at your maximum, your true potential. And it is in us, and we've just got to figure out how to tap into that, right? And it says here, okay, if you could fully tap into your potential, what might be the different? What might be different for you? How would your life change if each and every day you performed up to your full potential? What would be different in 6 months, 3 years, 5 years down the road if each day you were at your best? Now, many of us have had some incredible days, right? And I woke up one morning and it seems like everything I touched that day turned to gold. From the moment I put my foot on the floor to the first cup of coffee to the first person I interacted with, I mean, it was just clicking. And about midday, it was still working for me because everything I was doing was just hitting. I was hitting on all cylinders. I was closing deals. I was signing people up. Everybody I approached that day says yes. So then I began to think about midday. What was happening? What did I do that has this thing happening or flowing for me the way it is? So now the goal for me, I want to tap into that and make every day like that. I want to master that. And we've all had those days, right? So what would life look like if every day was like that best day that you've just had, or that best day that you can remember? You remember that day when things were just hitting on all cylinders. I mean, it was working. And the day, it was an incredible day. And at the end of the day, you had accomplished what you set out to accomplish. What did you do that day? That's what I want to tap into. And I want to be able to master that and do that every single day. Imagine what that adds up to in 6 months. Imagine what that looks like in a year. You've accomplished your goals, your dreams. This is where I'm going, guys. And this is the book. This book is going to help me get that done. Anybody else? Yolanda, thank you so much for your input. That's exciting. Anybody else? Hey, as the man said, if you're scared, say you're scared. Now it's time to step up. Speak on it. Family. Yes, sir.
What's up, Dr. Parker?
Hey, if it gets any better around Samuel, I won't be able to stand it. Hey, what's the forecast today, my friend?
Man, there's 100% chance of winning. Listen, I wanted to say that I miss you guys. I had some personal things come about, and you guys, you spoke on it. I didn't do some things I needed to do. I swept it under the rug, and it bit me, and I had to face the law, and so I feel like I have a new appreciation for a lot of things, especially this group. We all been together for quite some time, reading, sharing experiences, sharing our life experiences, just different thoughts about, what we're talking about in business and in life. And I appreciate you guys. I really do. And you're right. We do know everything we need to make some things happen in our lives, in our life, and in other people's life. And I know I do personally. So when I listen to you guys, I see myself in a lot of you, and I've stayed close to this business because I believe in what this business has done for me and what it is doing for people. And this book club is powerful. I share with people all the time, and I know it's just a matter of time before people start to flood and flow toward us in this group, because this is important. People need this mental stimulation, this mental kicking, or jarring or what have you. And I just really appreciate the input and the different perspectives shared, because I'm a note taker. So I got my pen here, I got my pad, I'm writing down different things each of you are saying, and I'm just putting it in my toolbox and, putting it all together and, to represent it to the world. So I appreciate something that I read also from scripture that speaks to this group. Is from Galatians 6:2. It says, carry each other burdens, and in this way you will fulfill the law. And I believe that this is what we do when we come together like this. We share our thoughts, and people come together and they give their perspective, and we're better because of it. And I just really appreciate you guys. I try my best to look for you guys online when I see you online. Every single one of you. I send a friend request if I haven't, because I haven't found you probably. I try to find you guys because I want to see what you're putting out. I want to, they say success leave clues. And, you want to follow they say copying the right cat ain't, you can't go wrong if you copying the right cat. And I'm copying, I want to copy, and I'm following Dr. Parker, Fernando, Lynn. I see you, Lynn, Eric, all of you guys, Foot Soldier, Jameson, I really appreciate all of you guys. I just want to verbalize that because I think sometimes we don't hear enough how much we appreciate, or someone might appreciate you just by you doing what you do. And I just wanted to say that I appreciate every single one of you. And you already know, Dr. Parker, where we at. So I just want to verbalize that. And, I just a matter of time before our group grows. I believe that, this is a very important part of what we do every single week, gathering like this. And, I just really appreciate it. I really do. So thank you, Dr. Parker, Fernando, Ron, Lynn, every single person that contributes, that shares. It's just a matter of time before we are the ones speaking in place of Dr. Parker, Fernando. You know what I mean? You guys are led the way. You're leading the way. Like you said, it's time for others to step in place of, and do the things that we already are doing in our everyday life. We're leading in our everyday life, every single one of us. Now, in business, we're learning, right? Because we all don't know the same things. But again, if you believe enough, what they say, faith is believing in the things not seen, but the things hoped for. So God has given all of us great gifts, and also the word also says that your gifts will make way for your provisions, right? So we have everything within us, right? So hard times are necessary to establish the truth. So a lot of times we discover our gifts when we struggle, when we go through things. So I'm going through a lot of things. So I'm coming out of these things. So I just wanted to share, you guys are a big part of that. Every time I get on these calls, I just really appreciate it. It fills me. It gives me so much joy and excitement. I don't have the book yet, but I'm going to get it today. I'm committed to doing it today. I'm going to go past the store. I'm going to see if I can grab it today. And again, I don't want to be long-winded, but I just wanted to share it because I haven't been sharing. And there's been a reason why I just haven't been here. I just been taking care of some things that I haven't taken care of. And I'm thankful that God has gotten me out of that situation, because I didn't think thought I was going to have to go down for a second and do some time or something. So I'm thankful. And like someone said in this call, some things you're attached to, I have to let go. I'm attached to some people in my life that aren't doing things that they should be doing, right? And bad association and spoil useful habits also. And so I have to disassociate myself, so I could continue to grow and go wherever God has me to go and grow. So again, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Parker. I appreciate you, my man. You already know.
God bless you, brother. We're here for you. Listen, we stand with each other. We stand strong. We're better together. And that's what this thing is all about. And I mentioned earlier, before we started the reading, that these are life lessons that go far beyond MWR, relationship and business. And then these relationships that we build are lifelong relationships as well. But these are life lessons that we learn as we do these readings, because we can apply these principles in every aspect of our lives, business, personal, relationship, whatever it might be. They work. The principles work. I mean, it's so all we got to do, Ron, something you quoted some scripture, but the Bible talks about biblical principles, right? Principles that we know without fail will work and work every time. But here's the thing. The principles work, saint or sinner. God never said that you had to be born again and saved in order for the principle to apply. And it gets right back to this book. How do we see other people succeed when others don't? How do they see people who don't serve God fully like you and I or someone else may do, but have incredible success? They are applying the principles. And it never fails. We just got to tap in, guys, and we got to just get serious about what we want to do and what we want to achieve. Look at the support that you got here. You know, you heard Ron speak from his heart this morning, and we love you, brother. And this is for everybody in this organization. Fernando and I made a commitment nearly 4 years ago that we were not going to leave anybody behind. If they wanted to be a part of this organization and join our team and our effort, that we were going to get them everything they need to succeed, and then we were going to help them in every step of the way, that we were going to throw our weight behind them to assist them in achieving the goals that they've set. So we're serious about this, guys, and we're not going to quit until everybody wins. Fernando Ramirez, go ahead, sir.
Dr. GW, I do want to recognize publicly Mr. Eric Wilner. Yesterday, we actually put together some time brainstorming, implementing tools, and he's executing. He's executing completely the way he was taught. See, it feels good when you spend time or you invest time with other leaders that they become a sponge, absorb everything, and execute right out of the gate. And that's what this book brings to the table. So, Eric Wilner, I want to congratulate you, and I appreciate our partnership in this business. You provide so much to me. So the way to repay you back is the time that we put together yesterday to help you execute new tools, because you are relentless, you are tireless, you're always, you're always on the forefront, leading by example. Yolanda called me at that time, as a matter of fact. So, Yolanda, I do owe you a call and an apology. I know you'd be wanting to talk to me because we are family and we don't want to leave anyone out. So, thanks again.
You're welcome, sir. Hey, whatever session you and Eric spent yesterday, he definitely implemented, because I saw it pop up on Telegram. I was like, look at this guy.
Dr. GW, thank you so much also for your commitment, your consistency, for staying together through this process, because we believe so much in people, and sometimes we think they're going to be those performance, but all of a sudden, right, you put the time in and they leave, and it's okay. The only thing that happens with that is it gives us the strength for us to continue to move forward and push forward, because we know that when we start to grow and momentum gets in our side, they'll be back. They'll be back. They'll go, man, why did I leave? Right? So now we got the best team, we got the best tools, we got the plan of action. This reading club is just an amazing way to be able to connect and express our thoughts and our feelings. So back to you. I guess Eric has his.
Mr. Wilner, go ahead, sir.
Yeah. First of all, sorry, not sorry, Yolanda, because it was great time spent. No, I really am sorry. And I appreciate very much what, the way that our leaders pour back into us is very, very heartwarming. In fact, as I was listening to Ron, and I was realizing that this is so much more than a book club. Lives are changing for those people that invest, an hour every Saturday morning. I know it's been very impactful for me. I know that I have not just enjoyed, but as you see, I take something and I go like, what can I take from this and create a result? I learned early on, my father used to tell me, he says, if you go to a seminar and you walk away with one piece of knowledge new and implement it, then it was worth, the hundreds or thousands of dollars, whether it was worth the days invested. There's an old saying that says, find something that you love to do and you'll never work a day in your life. If you stop and really think about it for a second, what does that really mean, right? And spoiler alert, because in the next section of the book, they're going to talk about, the reason that we often don't do what we're supposed to do is because it doesn't really align with what our big vision is. What is the picture that we have for our lives? And when we find something, look at Dr. Parker. He knows that he's helping people not only spiritually but financially, and I tell people, like, this guy walks on like 6 inches of air everywhere he goes. Look at that smile right there. You look at all of his pictures. You can tell that he found something that he loves to do. And I'll bet you that's why you have so much energy. And at the end of the day, you could have put in a full 10, 12-hour day, and yet you feel energized, not exhausted, because your vision is aligned with what you're doing. And I think that's what this book is going to help a lot of people to do, is to take a step back and say, listen, it's easy to be busy, right? Like you were saying, like, what's up? Well, I'm really busy. And I go, like, busy doing what? Right? Is it aligned with what you're doing? Because if not, it's either aligned or it's not aligned. And that's going to be the hard decision. And Ron touched on it, you're going to have to make a hard decision about people. Some of us, and I spent a couple of years ago, I had a turning point in my life, and I realized I had to cut out certain toxic people that were not helping. They were not part of the vision. They didn't see the vision. They didn't like the vision, and so it became a division. So my big aha, as I was just looking back, and by the way, I happen to have a record of all the books that we've read, right? And you mentioned at the beginning of the call that we started this back in 2023.
Wow.
Okay. When we started reading The Four Colors, when we started reading The Millionaire Mindset, those are books that we read back in 23. And honestly, it doesn't feel like it was 3 years ago. So 3 years going strong. Thank you for being a leader. Thank you, Fernando, for the time that you spent. Yes, I'm going to town with what we trained on yesterday. By the way, all we did was go deeper into what Fernando trained last Saturday. How he showed how to take the link and then go ahead and use WhatsApp that allows you to blast out 256 people at a time. And thank you, Fernando. Thank you, Yolanda, for conceding the time. Thank to all of you guys, because it's the group that matters, that makes this really go deeper and more meaningful. So that's all I have to say. Thank you. I'm very grateful.
And we're grateful for you, Mr. Wilner. Thank you for all that you do, what you bring to the table, how you're willing to pour yourself into us. And I tell you what, being in the room with you, I leave with more than I came with. And I'm grateful for the relationship, for the friendship that we've developed. Guys, as Eric said, this goes way beyond business. This is what it's all about right here, man. I'm excited about what we put together. And again, Eric, as you say, 2023, I mean, we started this process, and here we are today, pushing through and going, we're going strong, and the group is growing every single Saturday. And I encourage all of you to share this with somebody, whether they're in business with you or not. Share this with them. Let them be a part of this reading club. I tell you, I'm inspired every Saturday morning. When I get off of this thing, man, I'm 10 feet tall, bulletproof, strong as thunder. This starts my day. So they better watch out, because I'm going to kill them today. I'm excited. I'm telling you, the moment I step out, I'm going to hit them in the head. And I've got something to work with. This is inspirational. This is motivational. This offers direction, insight. I mean, and then to hang out with you guys on a Saturday morning, it's a great time. Anybody else before we wrap up and transition into our training today with Miss Lynn Gibbs? Anyone else?
Yeah, just a little comment. It popped in my head. Didn't pop in my head. This really hit me. Every small action, it changes your life to the point that you can build on that action. And we need to I'm going to talk about me. I just need to make the actions so that I can step on that action I did today and go a little further tomorrow. I don't have to do the big stuff. Just do the little stuff, starting to get forward enough that I can make bigger jumps.
I like that, Ron Copeland. And yes, sir, it is that time for all of us to finish this. I mean, unfortunately, we won't live forever, right? Man, and the clock is ticking. So we better finish this And my grandfather used to say, Gerald, whatever you're going to do, get it done now. So what he was saying is that don't procrastinate, don't hesitate, make your moves, make it happen now. Yeah, we want to finish this, and we want to finish it strong. Anybody else before we transition?
I just want to say, yes, I do have the book, and great reading, Dr. Parker. Ron, I tell you, just hearing you today is like, it's awesome that you're, coming out more like that. What I started trying to do is just putting stuff out there to start, because I was off social media for a while. I don't, and just letting people know that there's things out there and piquing people's interest. That's what I'm doing. And I enjoy the reading. I do have the book. I was like, I finally got my book. But I'm enjoying what is being said today. And thank you.
You're absolutely welcome, Ms. Wooten. Absolutely welcome. Anybody else, guys?
And Dr. Parker, I'm kind of smiling. We haven't even scratched the surface of this book yet.
I know. That's it. Eric, that's what I'm excited about too, man. This guy, you think chapter 1 was something. You wait. Listen, as we dig into this, guys, I'm telling you, you're going to be impressed. I don't know why I hadn't read it before, but I got it now. I'm on it. Wow. Yeah, this is going to be good, guys. Anybody else?
I'm just grateful I can come to this meeting Saturday, every Saturday. It sure does make my day too. Thanks to all.
Good deal, sir. It does do that for me as well, Ron. But thank you so much for participating. And guys, I'm going to challenge myself and all of you to bring one person with you next Saturday, whether they're in business with you or not. Bring them. Let them be a part of this reading, and I promise you, they'll get as much out of it as you are getting out of it today. Bring someone with you. So I'm committed to doing that. Showing up with the guest next Saturday. We're going to double our numbers, and guess what happens? That guest is going to bring someone. Now we triple our numbers. It's in us, guys. We have it to do. And actually, I honestly believe we have a responsibility to inspire people, to help people, to provide direction for individuals. Those who are greatest among you shall be your servant. What are you going to do today to make a difference in somebody else's life? Yep. God bless you all. Thank you so much. Fernando Ramirez, the platform is yours, sir.
Thanks again, Dr. G.W. Parker. I'm thrilled. I'm excited. I guess the follow-up of your book leading into this one, Eric made a great selection. It's an amazing way to continue the process of learning from, other great minds like you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it from our leader, Dr. G.W. Parker. Bring one more person. Well, guess what? We're going to be trained by no one better than Lynn Gibbs. She's got something put together for all of us to learn from. And when she trains, I listen. That's the only thing I do, and I take a lot of notes. I never leave my notepad because she's not only a great trainer, but she's extremely organized. And the way she explains things is like I hear honey in my ears. Like, oh my gosh, she's speaking my language. So let's come together. And Lynn, how are you? Good morning.
Great morning to you all.
Awesome. Well, you've heard her voice. She is ready. Now think about this for a quick minute before we pause for about 15 minutes and make some invitations. See, the thing about this is we got other people in our teams, and as leaders that we are responsible to follow up with them. You got 15 minutes and you need to let them know, listen, we got someone that took the time to prepare. Voluntary time. One of our incredible leaders, Lynn Gibbs. When she trains, I'm telling you, people listen. So I want you to join. So what I want you all to do is right now, because I'm going to start doing the same thing, is going with someone that is sitting in defense right now on your team. Go invite them right now. Say, listen, this is urgent that you show up. I want us to grow our numbers and bring one person each, one person that is sitting in defense in your team, and let them know how crucial this training is going to be. Because right after today, if they don't do the implementation of our system, which is something that is going to be very simplified in the way we're going to digest that information today, I don't know. We just got to pull their ears a little bit and send them a reminder that they need to participate if they really want to make wealth real. All right, so we're going to be back in about, I would say 15, 18 minutes. And again, let's do the invites. Let's knock on those, qualified marketing directors that are sitting in the fence right now and say, listen, you need to show up. So I'm going to play some music. I'm going to stop the recording and we'll be right back.